Hey, how you doing, Ayer?
Hi.
So you let me know when we're live, okay? So we start at 8.
Okay.
Hey, what's new, Paul? How is COVID treating you these days?
I actually had it.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
I was due for my second shot, and the day I was due for my second shot, my second vaccine, I got it.
Well,
No.
but you get a milder version or
Yeah, pretty minor. But still laid me flat for a few days.
Are you okay?
Man.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chairman.
So it's 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
good evening, everyone. Tonight is the February 8th AHRB meeting. We have 2 items on the agenda, which is 177 Palisade Avenue, the first item. Are the applicants available?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, no one showed up at first. I got worried.
Mm-hmm. Well, we started promptly at 8. So.
Mike, can you hear us?
Hi. Yes. Good evening. I am going to share my video here. Sorry. Hi. Hi,
Hey,
folks.
how are you? Hey,
There we go. All right.
how are you?
Look, Ayer. It's nice to see you.
Good to see you.
I'll take my cues from you. Do you want me to just jump right in and start, or how
Yeah,
does
just introduce yourself and
Sure.
share the screen, run and
All right.
what you want to do, and that's it.
Terrific. All right. I'm going to share screen here. One sec. All right. Alrighty. So we are working with the homeowners at 177 Palisades, and we are working with them to kind of renovate and make more use out of the backyard and the back areas of their house. So it's really an exterior project. And the reason that we are coming before you guys is because the project does include, part of the scope of the work includes expanding an existing deck, which is on the main floor of the house, which is on the upper floor, and also connecting that upper deck with the yard space below. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of context with you. 177 Palisades is on the south end of Palisades Avenue, and it is in a neighborhood of single family homes, mostly on rectangular parcels. This is the house from street view, and it's a split level. 1973 it was built, and really the only sort of interesting thing about the property is that there's still some sort of history left in how it was at some point subdivided. And you can see on the left of this image, there's a driveway. That driveway actually connects to the property that faces South Lawn behind it, so facing west. And this parcel was carved out of that property at some point in the past. When we look at the property, sort of survey of the property, you can see it basically is oriented almost on the ordinal axis. So north is up, and the house faces the street, which is to the east, to the right. And the scope of our work is in the backyard, where you see kind of frame deck and overhang kind of noted there. What you're seeing there where it says concrete pad is actually the old foundation and slab for a garage that used to be part of the property when it was still connected to the house on Southgate. And so this is sort of the existing conditions of what looks like back there, and it's overdue for a little bit of a makeover. So what we've been asked to do is help to expand the deck upstairs. The deck comes off of a living space, which is connected to the kitchen and dining. So to really connect an outdoor kind of eating area up there. Right now, it's a little bit small for a proper dining table. And then also to make more use out of the yard, which is, and activate the yard a little bit more, which is to really essentially connect an outdoor stairwell from the upper to the lower levels. In doing that, we're also going to be removing the slab that you see in the foreground, which is the old parking area, and building a new sort of small retaining wall where you where you see those chairs in the foreground. We're going to just expand that area up above, behind the retaining wall, to create a little bit of a seating area outside, that sort of above the yard, the future yard space. This image here is just an existing condition of what things look like. So on the right, you're looking at a lower, sort of the lower plan, and what we're essentially doing there is building sort of new areas near the retaining wall, removing the concrete. And on the left is the upper plan, where we're really removing the guardrail and the decking surface and leaving a lot of the structure of the existing deck in place. A couple more images of the context. This is looking south along the property. And when you're underneath, this is sort of what it looks like. So part of our scope is also to take the door, which you see on the left there, and to create a sliding door condition, just expand it by another 3 or 4 feet. And the proposed plan looks a little bit like this. It's hard to read, of course, at this scale, so I'll try and be brief. But on the right-hand side, the proposed lower level, what we're showing is, let's say at the top of the page, a flat raised deck, which is over the ground and outside of the steps to the sliding door, which I just showed you in the previous slide. So in this space here, we would have, if you can see my cursor, this area right here is kind of a raised wooden deck just above the ground. So the idea about leveling that out and creating an area that's underneath the house, that's sort of covered by the house. And then this is the area where the existing retaining wall is, and we're proposing building a new 40 to 42 inch high wall here, which again holds this kind of upper area and creates a space for a couple of chairs, and then also gives back all of this area to landscaping. The upper deck is expanding. This line here is the existing deck, and we're pulling it closer to the south and making a little bit of a larger space for a dining table. When it's all said and done, we're hoping it looks a little bit like this. The railing is new. Obviously the expanded decking is new, and then the area down below will be covered in kind of a pea gravel, kind of a softscape, hardscape, but something permeable around a potential fire pit on that kind of landscaped area. The material we're thinking of using is called Kebony. Kebony is a modified wood product. It's a natural wood. It's gone through a drying process. And on the left, you see sort of 3 versions of what the Kebony looks like. When it's brand new, it looks like that kind of middle brown, which you see in the middle column there. And then as it ages, it starts to silver, like many woods. This one is actually it will weather like the one on the right, so the silver. And when it's untreated, it just sort of, again, it's sort of a blonder version or a bleached out version of the new Kebony. The images on the right are just simply kind of a contextual image to show you what it would look like as a decking surface. Final 2 slides here are again part of the package that we've submitted, but a kind of the lower area, the lower drawing is an existing drawing of the deck, and the upper drawing is the proposed. And then a couple details if you have any questions.
The railing material is.
It would also be Kebony.
So Kebony, I see.
Yeah.
All right. So Brandon, can you hear?
Yeah, I can. I don't have. Looks good to me. I mean, the material ages. It's not pressure treated. I think it works.
All right, Paul.
Yeah, I don't have any Issues with it. It looks like quite an improvement. It looks like it's due for an improvement. So
We would agree. Thank you.
absolutely. So I'm fine with everything presented.
Dale?
I think it looks fine. My only question, I guess, is about the Kebney. The intent, I guess, is to try and match the existing siding as much as possible. I assume it gets darker over time also. It seems a little bit lighter than the existing finish.
Yeah, well, the existing house is painted, and one of the things that we like about using Kebney, it's a little bit like if you're familiar with like an ipe wood or a natural wood that can be left untreated to weather. And the advantage there is simply that you don't need to put continued maintenance into the product. It ages, and it's designed to kind of go into that weathered gray kind of silver look that ipe would normally do, or a teak or something like that. So Kebney has those same qualities. Once it weathers for a few seasons, it's sort of the tannins leach out and it goes silver. And that actually that weathering is kind of a crust on the wood, which can be taken out with literally just power washing. It can bring it back to a kind of a browner color. But the idea here would be not to actually match the paint color of the house, but to actually keep it so that it wouldn't need ongoing maintenance.
And the support structure underneath, which appears to be really light, are you going to stain that to be close to the Kebney?
No, I think what we're going to do for the framing of the deck, it's all pressure treated lumber and engineered lumber. So that's all going to be painted to match like the trim color of the house.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so I agree with the other members. I think it's a well detailed, well proportioned, good materials, an improvement, and I make a motion to approve this application as submitted. Do I have a second?
Second.
Dale seconds. All in favor? Thank you,
Thank
Mike.
you very much.
Good luck. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Take care.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is 430 Broadway. It's the Chestnut. Jennifer?
Yeah, I'm putting them on right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Sheriff, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Is Grace also a part of this application?
Yes, Grace is actually going to be the one primarily talking. I was
Okay.
just on to hear what was going on.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna put her on too. Grace, can you hear us? Grace, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good.
All right. Can you introduce yourselves and share the screen for the presentation?
Yes, hi, my name is Grace, and I work for the GNS Group, Glody Signs. I have some images here for you of Chestnut Market. We have been doing signs for them throughout Westchester, and here we go. Here is what we propose for the front of their building. These are illuminated channel letters and well within the size area that they should be in the space for signs, the most prominent space there. And we also have, pardon me as I scroll down here, a side sign. Here we go. That is of a similar construction. So we would like to have you consider them, and I'd be delighted to answer any questions for you. Let me get to a how they're constructed page. Here we go.
Yeah, we reviewed that. John, the signage is compliant, right, in terms of code?
Yes.
Okay. Dale?
I think the signage looks fine. It seems to be pleasant and in character with the building. My question is, it appears that you're moving the exterior lighting unit down in order to fit the the signage in. Is that correct?
That's correct.
I think it looks fine.
Okay. Brandon? Paul?
Yeah, I agree. I don't have any comments.
All
I
right.
think it works.
I think it works as well. So I'll make a motion to approve the signage as submitted. And we have a second. Brandon,
Second.
All in favor? I can see
All in
Paul.
favor?
Paul? I couldn't see you. You good? Yes. Okay, so we are all good. So I guess that's it for tonight, for this evening. So I'll make a motion to adjourn our meeting. And
Second.
all in favor? Hi, Christy. So thank you all. Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
We'll see you next time.
Good night,
Night.
everybody.
Good
Good night.
night.
Night.